Hey sis,
Hey, sis.
what's going on, girl?
I'm doing well. I am so excited to be here today.
I am so excited too. Both you and I, we've been waiting so long to record
Yeah.
our first episode of ZWSB. So we are
Mm,
excited to bring this podcast to you guys. This podcast is going to be about
yeah.
everything under the sun between my sister and I, our journey together as friends, our journey throughout day to day life, and everything in between.
Yeah.
So so excited to bring this to you guys. My name is Stephanie. I am the SB of the ZWSB 24. My girl Z and I, we have been friends for 25 years. So it
Yes. Long
is
time.
very long time, but a wonderful time. We've shared so many things. We have so many stories, so many journeys, so many things that we've shared together that we're excited to share with you guys. Um, we first met at church. Our parents attended the same church that
Mm-hmm.
we met actually in it's kind of like Girl Scouts missionettes class.
Yes.
That's where we first met, and we have, just been super close since then. Stephanie is not like any other friend that I've had, ever, and she has just been solid, amazing. The girl is a Cadillac. She is a classic. So, yes, she is my girl. She's my sister. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Stephanie. I am the
Yeah.
SB to the ZW, and I am 37 years old, and I am a mama to two amazing babies. One is not so much a baby anymore. I have a 12-year-old son, and I have a 3-year-old little girl, and I am a wife. I have been married for 12 years to an amazing man who is my best friend, and he is just an incredible person inside and out. He is actually serving our country. He's away at the moment. Um, but that is a little bit about me. Also, I am a banker. I work in operations at a local bank in my area,
Mhm.
and I review legal documents for a living. So I read really, really good, and I work with I literally read all day long. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I'm happy to get to do that. I work with our corporate attorneys as well as some attorneys that we have on retainer. So my job is really rewarding. I love the vision that the company that I work at has. And that is a little bit about me. What about you, sis?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. My name is Z, so I am the ZW to the SB. But yeah, we're excited here to be here and share our journey together. All the things. But yes, so I myself am a mother. I have 3 children. I have 2 sons. Oldest one is 17, and then my middle child, he is 13. He'll be 14 very soon. Heading off to ninth grade soon. And then I have my little one, and she is 3. She'll be 4 in just a few months. So I'm always busy. I am happily married to my husband. We've been married for, I always forget sometimes, 15 years, guys. 15, almost 16, coming up this year. So I've known him for a very, very long time. But I love him. He is everything to me. So yes, so that's that. And then some of the hobbies, some of the things that I do. So I love to sing. I used to teach Zumba. I got to get back into that. I play the guitar. And currently, I do work for the federal government. So I work for the Department of Veteran Affairs. And so it's an honor to work with veterans. My husband is a veteran himself of 14 years. So I feel like I'm still part of the whole military environment. As my husband, he doesn't serve anymore. But I do enjoy my job. So it keeps me busy, but I am a full-time mom. I'm a full-time employee, but I'm also a full-time friend here to my friends. So we are so excited to bring this podcast to you guys. But yeah, we've known each other for 25 years, you guys. Well, about to hit 25 years. I met Stephanie, I want to say year 2000. I remember at our church that we went to was Y2K. So when we experienced that, my family experienced the first service at that church. We started to get involved, and I met Stephanie through youth services, youth group, and then what we had back then, I think it's called Missionette. So we've been together. She is my rock, my sister, my best friend, just everything. But we've got some great stuff to put in here for you guys. So I'm going to shoot it back to Stephanie here. It looks like we got some questions.
Yes. So I came across these really cool questions that I decided would be really cool to ask your best friend. And we'll just jump right into the first question. So the first question is, if you had a random rule for me to follow the next time we go out, what would it be? What would you have me
Okay,
do?
so I had to think about this, you guys. So Stephanie and I live in 2 different locations. So I want to say it's not necessarily very rare, but when we get together, we tend to do like little mini vacays. Okay. Sometimes it's just for a day, sometimes it's overnight. And I don't know what it is, but when we get together, like we try to fill as much as possible that we can do. So we'll go shopping, we'll go out to eat, we'll get our massages or facials. Sometimes we'll hang out at the house because sometimes we have our kids, sometimes we don't bring our kids. It just depends what we want to do. But the next time we get together, hopefully very soon, something I think that would be very funny, because you guys, I love to do pranks if I could. I think that's something I definitely want to do, maybe for this podcast, just like random stuff. But this might be one. Maybe we can do this one day. But my random rule for you is, whether we're out eating or we're at the store, whatever we're doing, whoever you come in contact, like physically talking to, so if it's the cashier, it's the waitress or waiter, I just want you to give them a hug. Just randomly. Don't even tell them, hey, I'm going to give you a hug. Just
Don't
give them
tell
a hug, because yeah, don't tell them. Just stand up and just, give them a hug, and just, I don't know, say something nice like, thank you for helping me today. I'm glad that I was in your path. But you just might need a hug. Something like that.
Girl, you're gonna have people calling security on me. Like, we already make friends as it is. So I don't think we need any help. But you know what? I got you. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited to
So,
hear what you got to say.
okay, all right. Okay. So if I had a random rule for you to follow the next time we go out, it would be to tell people exactly what you think. Exactly. Like, we're at a restaurant, our waiter is there. First thought that comes to your mind, you have to say, "This is what I think."
Y'all, I love Jesus. I love our Lord. And
I
he's
do
going to have to
too.
be with me, because I can't sit here, like, we're not supposed to be judgmental, right? And we're human, and we are going to think things. But to have no filter and to just tell someone, because there are times we are out, right? And I'll say, we can look at each other, and half the time we already know what we're thinking. So to sit there and say, because we'll laugh, right? We'll just laugh. It's not because we had a margarita. It's not because, we just saw a random person and it's just awkward and weird. It's just, we can look at each other, you guys, and we'll just start laughing. So for me to do that would be so hard and difficult. I accept the challenge. It may not be the first thought. I might have to change the thought in a way where it just doesn't become an issue, because I don't want the popo on me. Like, I don't want to.
We don't want the Pope. I gotta hug people, not tell them. What
Might come out my mouth is not going to be necessarily always the nicest thing.
Like,
Honestly.
this, you are
So that
gonna
is
have
funny.
me beat up in these streets.
We're gonna get kicked out of the restaurant. They'll
A
have our
whole
picture up like, dude,
37 years
if
old.
this lady comes back, she is not welcome.
Please, what's your name? Z. My name. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to make up a new name for myself. But
We don't have to
so
try.
challenge accepted. We gotta take note of this. So at some point, whether it's another season, we'll have to do this and literally record it and give it back to y'all and see what the outcome
Yes.
is.
Stay tuned. It's coming.
Yeah, so I think my question is that. So next question is, in your opinion, what is the most classically me thing I've ever done? These are
Okay.
hard, you guys.
They are. They really are. I mean, these are really deep questions. I mean, it could either be silly or we could go deep. So let me tell you something about Stephanie. I don't know if you knew this, but your mother-in-law calls you a Cadillac. Did you know that?
No, she has never told me that.
Has she never told you that?
No, so I'm gonna have to talk to her. I'm gonna have to call her tomorrow.
You're gonna have to, call her tomorrow and ask her about that. So, and let me tell you, Z, she's a classic because I'm gonna tell you this. Your birthday, sis is sending you a card, okay? If you're sad, sis is sending you a card, okay? Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, St. Patrick's Day, you getting a card. We're not even Irish, okay? There's no Irish. I mean, there might be.
Irish that day.
I am West Indian, so we don't know what the mix is in there, but anyways, my girl is so thoughtful. I mean, she sends you a card. It, it is on time. And it is just such a sweet surprise to open the mailbox and just see her name on the back of the card, just sending you something. She never skips a beat, no matter how busy she is, what she's got going on. Sis could be in the middle of moving from like the West Coast to the East Coast, and you're still going to get your card on time. And, she just never skips a beat. That is classically her. The girl is a Cadillac. She is not like me. Okay, let me tell you a little something about me. I will miss the birthday. I will cash app her kids. I will cash app her for her kids. I will order her something from Amazon.
That's okay.
I will say, hey, I sent your kids some stuff. Can you wrap that and put that under the tree?
Hey, listen, I'll give it, but I appreciate it though, because you eventually will. And what's awesome about it, y'all, is she will give like a box. It'll be like Mother's Day, birthday, Christmas, all the things. Everything. So it just feels like extra love all in one, just packaged all in one. But girl, let me get y'all on this. The reason why I send cards, I mean, yes, it's because
love it.
I love her. I love my family. I do the same with them. If you go to the dollar store, you guys, it's like 2 for 1. You can't lose. So when you go in there randomly, whenever you go, if you ever go to dollar store, like don't sleep on it. Dollar store is awesome for some things. Get like 10 cards, honestly, for $5, and you will be ready for the next holiday or the next event or the next birthday. But yes, I know. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Sis, let me tell you something. That's something we should do. In January, we should go to the dollar store. We should get a folder, and for every birthday, holiday, everything, we should just get our cards and have them on deck.
That's what I do. I advise y'all to do that, honestly, because then there's no reason for you to miss anything. Just stack up on it. And cards don't have expiration dates, so I mean, but yes,
get some forever stamps. Oh, matter of fact, postage is going up in July. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, no!
I already know. She already knows what's going on with the postage.
No, I don't know. That I don't know. I just go to my local grocery store or post office, and I get 20. The only way that I would know is if I'm constantly doing it, and I get it. No, so I do send out cards, you guys, but I'm not sending them every month, guys. So no, I don't know. I should know that. But yeah. So I have thing. So the same question. So Um, for Stephanie, what I've noticed that is classically you. So Stephanie and I have known each other literally for 25 years. I've had friends go in and out, not because of anything wrong necessarily. It's just people are put into your life, into your path at certain times. Okay. But Stephanie is tried and true. So no matter what I went through, like I was a military brat. I moved around a lot. And even during those times, even though cell phones weren't like a huge thing, we always tried, even our parents would help us, connect. This is, in high school, she was always there. When I was in college, I ended up having my first child very early. No matter what anyone said, any opinions or anything about me, she was there all the time. I could always count on her, whether I was going through a happy time, a hard time, even till now. We don't talk necessarily every day, but we probably speak at least once or twice a week on the phone, and we text each other every day. Like, we are always there. It can be something so simple and small as I don't know, like a GIF or like a message on Instagram or on Facebook, or just text each other. Stephanie is always there. And so I love you. And that is classic you. You have never, even if I asked a question and you didn't know an answer, you're like, I'll get back to you. Like, that is always you. You make sure that you are putting hopefully it's not just me first, but you always make sure that you're reaching out to me. And I love that about you. You're so loving, to the point where I don't feel like always a best friend. Like, I literally feel like I'm your sister. Just always
You
there.
are.
So that is classic you.
You are. You definitely. I'm telling you this. I feel like, God gives us family, and I'm so blessed. We're both so blessed to have amazing parents, amazing siblings. However, I feel like having a friend like you is such a great testament of how much the Father loves me,
Oh,
to give
yes.
me someone outside of my family to call, a sister and to connect with and to talk to. So I just think that that is one of the most incredible things. And again, it just reiterates, number one, how great of a creator our Father is to put someone in your life like that,
Yes.
that you can count on, that you have similarities with. And like Stephanie or like Z said, it's gonna be so hard for me to keep saying Z, but um,
And I'll explain that later to y'all in a
like
moment.
like Z said, we can be in a place together and something could happen and we'll just look at each other and I'm like, "Did you see that?"
Mm-hmm.
Just like being on the
Yeah.
same wavelength. It's just a beautiful
Yes.
thing. Okay,
It
next
is.
question. Do you
Yes.
think I follow my heart or my mind more?
Oh, definitely your heart.
Mhm.
Definitely your heart. I can say that, for me, I mean, and this is just advice. I mean, whatever walk of life you're going through, whomever approaches you, whoever walks into your life, um, I find that it's important to choose at that time what you go with. But I would say, 90% of the time, I would say, even for you, I feel like you lead with your heart. I think the mind is a great thing. It's very powerful, but sometimes you can overthink things and you're
Mhm.
not making the best decision. So I would say the same thing for you. I think you go with your heart mostly, and I would say that I would agree with myself too. That I would
Yeah.
do that as well.
Yeah. Without question, same. Stephanie follows her heart. You lead with your heart. You can even you can see it, you can feel it. You are just heart led.
Yeah.
Um, that
Yeah.
is 100% you. Next question. What do you
Yeah. Uh,
think is one thing I should stop doing?
so this is really hard, because I feel like everything you do anyways, you're a great role model, to your friends and your family. But I would say, just looking on the outside and the things that we do. I mean, we have things that come up, family events. It could be health things that happen, or we just overplan something. But what I would say is, if you're like anywhere near or close to me, you know, we're hardworking, full-time job, mothers, but just to make sure you take time for yourself. I think we get so caught up in the daily routine that it becomes habitual, where we tend to put ourselves last. And it's okay to sometimes say no to other people. No is not always a bad thing. Mom guilt is really hard. It really is. But sometimes it's just good to look at things and say, you know what? I need to do something for me. It doesn't matter if it's just taking 15-minute walk down the street, grabbing a cup of coffee, or maybe taking 4 hours, you know, during the day for yourself, because you deserve it. So I think just making sure, you know, to take time for yourself and not overthink things, I would say, would be in the workplace, no matter what you're doing.
Right.
I think that would be great.
That's good. I mean, that's so important to learn. And I think I call myself a late bloomer. I'm learning that now in my 30s.
Yeah.
More than ever, that you have to take time for yourself. I have to refill my cup and recharge myself so that I can be the best for my kids, for my husband, for my friends, for my family, you know, for the place that I work. You know, if I'm happy, of course, I'm going to be the best version of me there and in that space, no matter what space it is. But if I'm not happy, then of course, I'm not going to be. You can only fake something but so much before it starts coming out of you. To follow up with you, what do I think is one thing that you should stop doing? I think that not that you should stop doing this, I think you should start putting yourself first and stop second guessing putting yourself first. There's an analogy, I'm sure you've heard it. I'm sure you guys have heard it. That says administer oxygen to yourself first before you help someone get their oxygen together. And ironically, as a child, whenever like when you get on an airplane and they're taking you through like all the emergency, if an oxygen mask depletes from the cabin, make sure you put your oxygen on first and secure your oxygen before you help someone else. And even as a young person, I thought to myself, oh, if I'm sitting next to someone that I love, even having children, your first instinct is to save your child. Like my babies I have to make sure that they have their oxygen on first before I have mine. However, if I can't help them properly and I don't get my oxygen on, then what good am I to them if I'm not operating the way that I should be? So that's what I would say to you. Not that you don't do this. I always see Z do everything she can for her kids, her home, her husband, and anything that she may be doing, her family. And she does it so well. But at the end of the day, I often wonder, has she taken time for herself? Has she set time aside to even, think about, what you would have wanted to do, or not being self-centered in any way, but to think about you. So that's what I would say is, put yourself first and don't second guess putting yourself first. So that's what I have for you. With that, that is our final question.
Good advice. Yeah, that's really good advice, guys, because honestly, this whole podcast is one of the things that, for me, I feel like it's actually taking time for myself. We actually had talked about doing something like this. I think it was my 25th birthday or something like that. Was it 20? It might have been 20, 25, 26, or 27. And you had came up at the time. And I remember mentioning to you, I was like, we should probably start like a small singing group and record ourselves and just like post it. Because one thing that y'all find is that both of us love music, guys. We both do. We come from a music background, our spouses and whatnot. And it's crazy how literally just a few months ago, Stephanie, you had mentioned, you were like, remember when we were talking about it? And here it is, like 10 years later, we finally are able to be on the same like level and just be able to take the time to do this together. So this is one of those things that I'm happy about, is taking time for myself to do this. But yes, you guys take time for yourself, you know, don't second guess. Because 9 times out of 10, you know, you're being the best version of yourself. If you can't be the best version of yourself, who can you be to your spouse or to your partner, your friends, or your family or your kids? So that's really good advice. But yes, so I'm gonna hand it back over to Stephanie. She's got some things to announce about our podcast and what to expect.
So thank you everyone for tuning in to our podcast,
Yes.
ZWSB.24. We are going to be posting every other Tuesday. So this podcast will be posted to you on May 7th, and it's going to post at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, you can look for the next podcast every other Tuesday. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So check us out on all of those social media platforms. I think the only social media platform we're not on is Twitter. So stay tuned for more. Girl, we're getting there.
Okay.
So stay tuned for more content. If there are any questions that you have of us, just put it in the comments. Send us a message. On our YouTube channel, we'll post all the links where you can find us. We'll put our email up there in case you want to send us some mail. If you want to hear us talk about anything, let us know. And we'll be happy to talk about that. We are super excited to share this time with you guys and share our friendship and our journey. We want to be transparent about who we are and what we're about, to help you and be a blessing to you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll turn it back to you, sis.
Yes, thank you. Yes, so the only other thing is, you know, we just want y'all to, you know, like us, share us with your family and friends. And then also, just to let you know, so we love to give like surprise type episodes for you guys, but we are going to talk about everything. So it could be finances, it could be fashion, makeup, relationships. We're hoping to have some guests here too for you as we continue our journey. So if there's something that you all are thinking that you want to be a part of, let us know. We might feature you here. But yeah, we're so excited. But again, yes, share us, like us, follow us, all the things. And we're so excited to continue this journey together and share it with you. But love you guys. Thank you for being here today. All right. We'll see you soon. Stay tuned.
Bye, sis.
Bye. Bye, sis.